this will be a good launching point for the conversation. Again, it's the end of the season. A lot of teams are coming off of that team camp, and like they're going into a session. Maybe they played 1 week before, maybe not. As a part of that, there's still like the last of the AAU transfer portal that happens. Like it's like deadline, deadline. At the buzzer, we had them, right? I think that all of us probably have been a part of that inside some way, shape, or form this past weekend. I guess we can start with you, and then we'll kind of go around. Have you been a part of the AAU transfer portal?
Man, I was hoping you would ask. I was a part of that. I was a part of it, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And again, I brought this kid in. You know, he came a couple practices.
Okay.
And you remember that scene on what was that movie with Kyrie? Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
You remember when Aaron Gore was in? He was like, "I told you not to pass the ball."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different it was kind of like that with him. Like, he came to a practice and he made an extra pass. I was like, wait a minute. I ain't bring you in here to do that.
Oh.
No, dog, we ain't doing that. Like, I ain't telling you to ball hog, but like, I know what you do and we need that. So I'm like, man, no. And then he turned up and the coach was like, what you say to him? Mm-hmm. He was going crazy in practice. And so I hit that portal, man. And that kid, man, I mean, do you
can we name names
right now? I mean, what? You want that right now? I mean, look at my boy. I mean, listen,
it ain't about what I want, but go ahead.
Why are we right there?
Let's go ahead and intro this.
Everybody that's viewing, I brought some glaze. You know what I mean? Cause we gonna run with this, you know? And I'm gonna get y'all can have some, but we brought some Krispy Kreme, man. What's a donut without the glaze? You know what I'm saying? We got glaze here, man. You know, so you got
to show it like that.
Okay, we'll show it. You know, got the glaze right here, man.
All right, so so you about to go into what was you calling it? Glaze King.
The Glaze King, yeah. Okay. Glaze King production.
Glaze.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I imagine you're gonna put a name on this train.
Yeah, I got to, because I'm gonna tell you something. And this, we always talk amongst each other, right?
Yeah.
And this is no cocky stuff. We are reaching the streets, guys. I want y'all to know that.
But that's a good thing, bro.
We're reaching the streets in a positive way. People rocking with us. So, and we rocking with y'all, and we appreciate y'all tuning in. And I got some glaze for you, because I got guys that hit me up, was like, yo, you wow. They in my inbox when to practice, the boys like, Coach, Glaze King, like what? And I'm like, man, it's for y'all. So we're gonna get with the glaze, man. I added somebody in the portal named Justin Golfin.
Okay.
Right.
Mallet Creek,
6'2" guard. He was playing with Loaded, and I heard he was doing this thing, and I guess that situation kind of ended, like other stuff I'm hearing.
Wait, did the whole Loaded team just kind of stop?
From what
we'll talk about team stopping in a little bit. Okay, all right.
And
cool.
They fired the coach or something. This is what I'm hearing. And so
damn, I did.
Yeah.
Now that you're putting things together, like this weekend, I seen their coach.
Oh, I say you've seen the coach this weekend, bro.
Oh, damn. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we've seen the coach.
So
I put 2 and 4 together.
Yeah.
I seen the kid playing with Ed, and I didn't really think that they.
So it's making sense now.
It is.
Okay. So I bumped into the kid. We played in the Mario Chalmers Nationals, and he was playing with a team. I'm like, what are you doing with that team? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a plain jersey team. Just
name,
just had a jersey on. Just hooping,
but that lets you know he a hooper.
Oh, not for sure.
So he actually beat us in pool play, a buzzer beater. He kept him in the game. They drew up something. And he shot it in the corner. Boom, beat us. I was like, damn. So we end up playing them in the championship Sunday. We beat them. Now I'm gonna tell you, and this what makes it, bro. We walk out, we won, the team happy. Everybody, yeah. And he walks behind us. He said, trash ass 3SSB team, and walked off. I was like, dang, this little dude cold. Like, but I like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Golfin.
Yeah, trash, man. I was like, damn, okay. So he
got a new chip. Okay.
He done earned that chip.
Yeah.
He been earning that little chip he done had though.
Yeah. So I jumped in his DM.
Mhm.
Me being who I am, you know what I mean? Yeah, pause.
Pause.
Not like that. Not only am I talking about Glaze, but I'm just talking about sliding in the DMs. But it was basketball, guys.
Nah, we got you, bro. You already know,
yeah,
bro.
But I jumped in.
Sure.
I'm like, yo, what you doing playing with them? I thought you was, And he was like, nah. So I set it up for nationals.
Yeah.
That's where the portal opened.
Damn, so you really did the KD to the Warriors.
Yeah, I did.
Y'all beat them.
Yeah.
You joined your team.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. I did that.
Okay.
That's what's up, though.
So that we had the practice that I told y'all about. Nationals come. Wednesday night, I was like, I wonder what he gonna do. It's a new team. Man.
Didn't he go for 46?
Bro, that wasn't the game.
Oh, that wasn't the game.
First night, he hit 5 threes in like a minute and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
quick swing, like boom, boom, boom. Coach called a timeout. I'm like, yo, this kid.
Mm-hmm.
So we fast forward. They play against Team California with that big. We couldn't, mind you, what we was talking about with the boys playing with talent.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a little bit of that. Like the boys was kind of like, I don't know if it was rattled. They were rattled, but it was like, dang, this dude good. I seen that. They might not admit if you ask them what about.
The dude from California was good?
No.
The dude that
Justin that I added.
Yeah.
It was like, man, he good. And they start playing different. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't play how they played all year. They played different.
And when you say playing different, you mean
they were deferring too much?
Deferring? Were they more like were they overdoing things? Like, how, explain what you mean?
Yeah,
because sometimes it can
out of character. Like guys that don't shoot threes trying to shoot threes.
Yeah, they trying to make sure they keep their
I'm no, you ain't got to do that. He on our team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen that and I was like, but in that game, we was down like 15, bro, and I just seen them flip the switch.
Mm-hmm.
And like, bro, before you know it, that was the 46-point game. He had 46, bro.
Yeah.
We lost by 3. I know he was upset, and that was due to, again, it was bad situational basketball. He brought us back and then the guard want to do this or this guard want to do that. And it's like, no, bro, he cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He cooking. Like, give him that.
Let him hit 50.
Let him get 50. Like, So
that look good for y'all.
Man, look, he did his job, man. Like, hey, so when we talk about this Glaze, man, I'm gonna tell you too, he came after the game, he checked me. He said, yo, I watched the podcast. This is how I know he said, yeah, you mentioned the best shooters and you ain't mentioned me.
Okay.
I said, oh.
I like it.
So did I turn the city up a little bit?
I like it.
I think I did, man.
Yeah, I think you did though, because I think I want to say, I think Gorilla Fam had reposted this.
Yeah.
He got a whole live,
like what's going on
and everything going on. So, I mean, that's dope that.
Yeah, I think the post had about 46 comments on it.
Yeah, so that's just dope right there by itself that, the comparison, the competitiveness, amongst the peers and just even those who have recognized who are, because normally the talk is who got the best game, who the best one-on-one player, who got the most hops, best dunks.
Right.
But, talk about something that's an actual real true skill, like being a shooter is dope though. You know what I mean? And they tap in with that them by themselves. They get to compete and talking. That was dope though.
And Wayne, I'll say this, right? Since we own that. This lets you know people don't actively listen. Right? I learned that working at a call center. People don't act. You could go back to the clip and I said, I'm gonna turn the city up.
No, you did. I started off by saying
and then I said, who's the best shooter in the city? Q follows behind me and say, who you got in the running? I never said they were the best.
You said
I said who was in the running and I named some.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
It sounded like somebody hit that DM.
I got phone calls.
I'm pretty sure you got some dads in that DM that was what? Like, you didn't want to talk about my son?
So look.
Hey, fellas, and this is the beauty of it, right?
Right.
These conversations go into what you're saying. Like, all we trying to do is make sure that the environment for the kids is going to be competitive,
right?
Especially coming in next year. We got the super conference and even CMS and private in general. Like, it's so much talent in the city.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than seeing a bunch of talent and then everybody's just chilling.
And they barely playing.
And they barely playing hard. Where, like, I imagine all of us want to see as good of a product of basketball as possible. And so here we going to promote the kids. We're going to turn them up.
Oh, for sure.
Again, Glaze King Productions, LLC. And plus, like, he going to let you know. And hopefully these kids use this as a bit of fuel to make them go lift weights a little bit.
Right.
Go run 2 miles. Make sure that, they're getting X amount of shots up so that once that season starts, once Gorilla Fan, once Elite platform come to them games, the games is turned 1.
Right. Yeah.
And then 2, everybody performs. Because again, all we can do is make statements and give thoughts. These kids, they the ones that's going to go out there and do it. And we just trying to make sure that the environment is primed for the city to be what we all want the city to be.
And wouldn't that be?
That's what I'm about to say. It's all about the city, bro. We're trying to turn it. Like, we know, we call the hoop state, you know, but we want to feel like, we feel like Charlotte is the cream of the crop of the hoop state. So it's like, of course, we're going to boost up where we are. Nothing against the Raleighs or the Greensboro, the Triad areas. Nothing against y'all. We all in the same state now. We hoop state with the same umbrella, though. But there's also a citywide competition as well that we just love the few that it just keeps the competitive juices going, man. Like, that's just dope that, because for a while it got kind of watered down.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But now it's like, with everything kind of changing, everybody open up, games developing, kids getting better. It's like, dang, you never know who can do what.
Yeah.
And that's the expectation for every day, in every game, and each situation. Like, no matter what game you are in Charlotte, you got a game.
Right.
Yeah. You want to know what it would have starting to feel like? That players were becoming fans of other players.
Right. Oh, man, don't you hate
and
that?
And that's kind of like where we need the little,
we need the
Glaze King, LLC, INC, E-Corp. We need it.
And look, let me finish the glaze, though. I just gave y'all the donut. I just gave you the donut. You ain't got the glaze on.
Go ahead.
All right, so now here come the glaze. Not only did he score 46 points, he averaged 26 the whole weekend, and he was not only the point leader in the 2028, he was point leader in the whole joint under one other kid at 26 points for the weekend. Okay, so he came and did his thing. And shout out to Justin for coming to me and saying, "Coach, I heard what you said, and we got an argument.
We got to talk about it."
Now I'm gonna get to this, and this is why I'm gonna park it. Because I think this would be a dope thing that we do as we keep doing this, and we shining the light on Justin Golfin at Mallet Creek. I text him. I said, "Okay, can you just share with me, because I had a heart-to-heart with my kids. I pulled them after the 3rd game, we had a team meeting. I said, look, I'm seeing bad basketball. I'm seeing guys doing this that can't do it. I said, I'm just going to call it what it is, y'all young men. Do what you do best. Stop trying to imitate another player.
That part.
Don't try to play like him. He's him. You be you.
Be the best version of you.
If you're the best rebounder, you're an ox, you do that. You're the best defender, you do that. You're the best point guard, floor general, you be that. He's going to come here to score, because we ain't had an issue like that, but he adds. He's going to score. Don't do what he do. So I text him and I said, hey, look, man, I'm going to go on the podcast tonight. Not only am I going to shout you out, I just want to ask you, how is your regimen? All right. And I said, what do you do? Like, I said, how many shots are made? How many days a week are you going? Who do you train with? What is your ultimate goal that you want to accomplish? And what is your mindset on the floor? He said, I shoot 350 to 500 shots a day. I work out every day of the week. I train with Donnell Mack. Shout out Mack. I want to make it to the NBA and make sure my family is good. My mindset on the floor is kill everyone in front of me.
I like it.
Hey,
I like it.
As it should
be. Look, man.
That's
what we want. That's what we want from these kids, man. Good basketball. You know, the kids need to know these kids are coming like this. So when you see it, don't be surprised.
Yeah, don't be surprised if somebody else out there working.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of that's what kind of gets lost a lot of times, that these kids feel like, because I'm in the gym and I'm working this. Right. I'm out working everybody. No, it's not necessarily that. You're putting your work into your craft as you should, but for one, I'm big on not comparing yourself to someone else,
right?
Because your journey, your craft, what you're gonna do was ordained for you is what's for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You may be compared to someone or have a similar game, but that still may not be your path.
Yeah,
may not be their path. So stick to what you're doing. Stick to yourself. I mean, stick to working on your game. Don't get frustrated when you may not be seeing the results as early or as soon or as rapidly as you want.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, bro.
Yeah.
I've been, if y'all know me, y'all know I've been preaching that.
Yeah, you preach that.
I preach that for the longest. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you're gonna see results sometime overnight, but sometimes you might not see it for a year.
Mm-hmm.
You might not see it for months. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But don't stop the grind. Keep the grind going though.
Yeah.
Because when all said and done, when it's time to be there, you'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I guess where you were just at, you introduced a new kid.
Yeah.
And he did well, but there is kind of like that whole back and forth with a lot of the players, whether like it's a bunch of different words. I guess I'll probably just say that friction. That's a great word to kind of use. There's friction to where maybe they feel like they're being replaced. Maybe they're not getting the same minutes. Maybe they're not getting the same shots. Maybe they felt like, hey, we just beat him. We don't need him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Introducing a new player, or even as a player, introducing yourself into a new environment. What would be some things to consider, things to think about, whether it's as a coach, as a player? I know this weekend my son, he kind of went through that, and we'll get to programs ending, unfortunately, in a little bit. But he and Wayne's son as well. Like they were introduced into a new environment with players that they hadn't played with, and they were the new kid.
Yeah,
and so. I know I was able to get like a parent POV of it.
Yeah.
With you as a program director, and then of course we got a bunch of kids where they're watching as well.
Right.
Introducing yourself into a new team that's already established. What are some things to think about?
I would like to ask you. I'll park it with you first because you like to ask us. What did you see? Like when you your POV of it, what did you see?
Well, what I will say is that, like, with the group that he played with, there's things that I was looking for, just generally speaking, because then it helps you understand kind of like if this makes sense, if it doesn't, if you should play like another tournament with him or anything like that. Where one thing to look at is going to be like the kids, if you're doing good, like what is their reaction? Because there's a space where, like, if you're on a team that's already established, and now, let's say you playing half the game. Well, damn, that moves up to like you playing 3/4 of the game.
Yeah,
you're taking
somebody's
minutes that was getting it before you got
it. Right. Yeah. And so, like, I'm if you ever see me in the gym, I'm typically like off somewhere by myself, and I'm just
in the corner.
And I'm just kind of like chilling, just so I can kind of like be away and I can observe and just do whatever. So you look at the parents and be like, all right, so is there like you can tell how when like how parents was feeling away or not. Again, with this group, it really wasn't that issue at all. So it wasn't even like it wasn't an issue, but it was something I came in and just was like, observing just as a thing. To be honest, like my son, maybe that was the Friday overtime hit game winner. And the kid that he was replacing on the court at that moment, if you look at the clip, he was the first one to go, ran up and gave him that. And I was like, okay.
I peeped that as well.
I was like, okay, all right, cool. That's not, and even during the game, like you could see that he was clapping, like if big shot was made or moved. I was like, all right, this is, all right, cool. Like this is a decent environment where whatever the dynamic is, it does, like it worked itself.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool, especially him playing up, because he was playing up. And so like there's also the dynamic of like somebody younger taking minutes from you or doing whatever. So of course you pay attention to that. Will say you also pay attention to like the kids, and to me, like there's like multiple moving pieces, but you do naturally pay attention to if there is bad basketball. You use the perfect way. If there's intentional bad basketball, and like how much of that is like directed a specific way,
right?
Yeah. I like towards we icing him out because we don't know him and we whatever, or do they make the swing? And then everybody just playing good basketball in general, and it just kind of keeps flowing. So I said, like, those are the things that for me going into the weekend, I was looking at and just paying attention. And then with him, what I was telling him as a player is it's easier to come off as you already are than to come in passive and then build up to a thing. Yeah. Because typically people are going to accept you for whatever you introduce yourself as. Yeah. And if you introduce yourself as something not who you are or what you want to be, now you got to do the building process. If you just come in being that thing, then it's less to worry about. Right. People will understand how to deal with you, right? And how to maneuver around it. But you don't want to get in a position where, like, if you're making a first impression, it's a false first impression. Yeah,
because they talk about that. They're like, "Oh, he ain't that good." They do that, and you come in,
and then you're just trying to make sure everybody cool. Yeah. But then, like, that's the tough part as a kid, especially if you're a younger kid. Yeah, going into a space where, like, you have older kids by 1 to 2 years that's already established on the team, and you don't have any real built-in reports. Like, damn, so I should just do me. You sure? Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think that he had a really good weekend.
What you see, Wayne? Did you see anything with your journey?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did. So, I mean, a difference about our decision to play with who we played with was there was already somewhat of a rapport with the coach. Because actually we went this route last year after we ended up finishing up about 3 or 4 tournaments. We ended up playing with Anthony Morrow Elite 17U, even as 15U. Yeah. This year, it felt kind of perfect because beginning of the year they had a lot of unsigned seniors. So they were playing a lot of unsigned seniors early part of the year. Then once they kind of got situated, they came back with probably about 6 or 7, 8 guys. So even when I had reached out about him playing, it was a situation where I knew that, the coach was familiar with his game and the players were familiar with his game. So he ended up playing with LJ. So LJ, he played with a high school, known for a minute. Then he played with Jordan that was at Rocky River. And he played with Kingston Henry. I've known him as Jay Henry though. But for the irony of that was one of the first guys he played AAU with as a first grader with Metro on the Habit. So there was a rapport there with a lot of the guys and everything, but also just kind of knowing who he was, what his game is, what he brought to the table. Even the parents was like, they got to make sure they get that boy a shot. And it wasn't me saying it, but it was them coming to me kind of, I guess, wanting me, make me feel comfortable, but also help me understand that if he's not touching it or not getting in this moment, it's not because of that. It just be,
Did he get touches or did you see a little bit of what we
I feel like it was a buildup. Okay. It was like, mind you, it's been a live period, what I mean? So you had the guys that were there already kind of coming in, with their established roles, and with his particular skill set, it's something that you got to be more cognitive of if you have not played with a shooter like that. Yeah. Sometimes you got to not necessarily turn down a shot, but you have to look to make the extra pass if he's in that corner. Heck yeah. You know what I mean? Or you have to look to make the, so I think it took about a game and a half adjustment. Yeah. And then, Zion's one of the ones that he's not going to force anything. Yeah. If it ain't there, it just ain't there.
You know how to play.
If 3 shots were the 3 shots he got, he's not going to chase 6 more. You know what I mean?
Man, if he ain't getting more or less.
And the one thing I did see that as a parent, coach, dad, I seen he was placing a different role with them. So in a sense, they had a bigger kid that ended up getting hurt the first day. Q, you seen up there the courts were, not the best courts. You slide one way, there was no give. These
the floor.
These were the Lego courts put on top of a concrete surface, so it really wasn't sturdy. So this kid ended up kind of sliding and hurting his groin. So Zai actually became the de facto center.
Oh my!
So but it was good though because I actually seen him. They played against Team Wall. He was guarding a 6'7" guy, straps.
Yeah.
You know, another 6'7" guy that came in with straps. You know, I'm like, he was contesting the paint, rebounding well. So he got to actually show a different side of him and find a different side of him. So I was, you know, kind of pleased by that though. But you know, just given the actual reason, you know, not necessarily the reason, but just given the situation and how it kind of played out, I was just actually blessed that I was able to get him somewhere and then get all the guys and just help get every other guy play somewhere to play this weekend. Literally, what ended up happening was every guy that was on his team, except for one that had touched down already, ended up playing in Raleigh this past weekend in a live period. So everyone was able to kind of find a situation that worked for them.
Yeah.
But